Anytime you start something new, obviously there's going to be mistakes, lessons learned, and probably some not nice things are gonna happen. I don't want you making any of these mistakes, and if I can warn you about them, I'm gonna warn you about them so that you don't make the same ones. Okay, the first lesson I learned: don't be afraid to be yourself and be creative, because that is literally what you are there for. I remember when I first started, I was so scared of like adding my own touch or being like, oh, this will sound good, this is a good hook, like adding my personality to it. I would take what the brand would give me and rock with it. And now that I'm so much more comfortable doing it and I'm putting my personality into it and just like having fun with it, I get such better feedback from people that I work with and clients I work with. They love when I give my personal touch, or I say like, oh, maybe we should do this or do that. But like, don't be afraid to communicate with them and be like, oh, maybe this will work better or this could work. That's what you're there for. You're the content creator. They're contacting you to create their content. You're gonna be the face of that ad or of that video, whatever it is. Put yourself in there and put your personality in there and make people want to watch. If I could tell that someone's just like, hi, I love this product and it works really well, do you want to know why? No one wants to watch that. Like, no one wants to watch that. I'm sorry. It needs to be like quick and fun and, you know, put yourself in there. You are the content creator and your creative ideas are something. So don't be afraid to share them, use them. Brands like that. Okay, this second lesson is so important. I think it's really important, especially when you're first starting out. Do not be afraid to say no to a job. If it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't sit with you right, like if it's something that you wouldn't want to put your face with, you don't have to do it. Don't say yes just for the money. For example, I was working with a company and they had this AI app and I was creating for them for like probably like 3 months. It was just like one of those regular ones where you like type things in and stuff and it spits back your question, you know, those things. And then all of a sudden they send me a brief for the next video and they're like, here's the brief and this is the new app. And this app just didn't sit with me right. Basically what it was an app where you upload like 5 good photos of yourself that you think you look really good in, and then let's say you take a picture and you look really bad in it. You can upload that picture to the AI app and it'll change your face to your good pictures. Like it, I don't know, whatever AI does goes through all the good pictures that you have posted, and then it gives you like a couple options. Like I was working with them and they were paying me and I had to message them and say, honestly, this app is not something that I would promote myself and I don't really want my face attached to it. So I'm not gonna be able to work on this project, but if you still wanna work with the other AI app, I'm willing to do that. I just didn't really want my face with a facial editing app because I'm like so not into those. Like, your face is your face, love your face, upload it wherever you want. If you have a bad picture and don't want to upload it, then don't upload it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just wasn't for me, so I said no. And it's okay to say no. That's why I feel like this is important, because yes, you are making content that is not going on your personal Instagram to influence your audience, but your face is still connected to the content you are making. I've done UGC for products that I wouldn't use. Like, for example, I remember doing UGC for a product that was like, I'm a mom and it was for kids, and they gave me the script for it and I read it into that, and that was fine. I don't have kids, I'm not a mom, but there was nothing wrong with the product. There was nothing I had against the product. It was just the fact that I wouldn't use it because I don't have kids. So just because I wouldn't use it doesn't mean I won't create. But if it's something that like really just doesn't sit right with me, or like morally I just don't, it's just not my thing, I will say no because I don't want my face connected to it. So that's something you should definitely watch out for. You don't want to just say yes to jobs for money and then your face is connected to fat loss pills that don't work. I don't know. It's one thing to do a job for a product that you wouldn't really use and you're just like explaining what it is and stuff and, you know, how people would use it. It's another thing to do a project for a product that you really morally don't feel right about. And if that's how you feel about something, do not do it. Okay, the next one is a good one, that everybody's journey is different. I've definitely said this in another video before, but really, everyone's journey is different, and do not get discouraged looking at other people's journeys, at their numbers, success, whatever it is, and think that you can't do it because you are not there. Those people got there because they were at your spot at one point. If you're not making loads of money your first month, it doesn't mean you suck and that your journey's over and that you can't do this. I've seen people make amazing money their first month, and I've also seen people not make any money for their first 3 months. Just focus on you and what you're trying to grow, because that's what's important. You will waste so much of your time if you dwell on these things or hyper focus on your numbers or other people's numbers. Just focus on you and what you're doing. Once you focus on what you're working on, you will see the progress. I've said this already to you. I remember when I first started, the hype was like the videos where I made 10K my first month in UGC. I can't tell you how many videos I saw of that. And that right there could just be discouraging, because guess what? I did not make 10K my first month or my second month or my third month. But I didn't let that get me down. I just kept going, and once I focused on myself and just focused on my work, oh my God, the progress I've made since then, crazy. And you can do it too, just focus. Okay, next lesson is you can accept freebies when you're first starting out. When I first started, so many people would stress the fact that you should not accept any free deals. Do not accept anything free. Your work should be paid for. You should be compensated for it, which, yes, is true. But starting out, that is not always the case. So let's say you have a portfolio and you have like no videos on it. You just started, a company reaches out to you and they say, hey, we want to send you our product for free in exchange for a video. Would you like to do that? And most people say that you should say no to that. But if you're first starting out, say yes to that to get your feet wet. It helps you, it helps the brand. I don't see a problem with it. And you get a free product. Now you make this video for this brand, and now you have an actual video that you made for a brand to put on your portfolio, rather than just making your own videos. Like, you know how when you first start out, they say, you know, you could take products around your house to practice and make videos and stuff, but you want to get to the point where you're working with brands. So yeah, maybe accept a couple free ones, make those videos, and you worked with those brands. No one needs to know that it was free. No one needs to know if you got paid or not. No one's asking you what your paycheck is. And if they are, that's weird. And especially if the brand is known and you trust them, like, yeah, let them send you a product. That gives good credibility to you. Let's say it's like a known brand, and then another brand comes along and says, oh, they made that for that brand. I want to work with them too, you know? It puts you out there in the beginning. It gives you exposure. I understand in the long run, as you start, you know, moving along in your journey, no, you can't be accepting really all this free stuff because you're not going to have the time for it. But there's no problem in doing a freebie once in a while. Hey, I still do them sometimes too. If there's a product that I like and they want to send it to me, I'm like, yeah, send it over. Okay, now on the opposite side, the next lesson is do not be afraid to ask for compensation. Look, I personally have not the best relationship with money. Even if the money is earned by me, I hate asking for it. And that is such a bad thing. You need to be compensated for your work if you should be compensated for it. So with what I said before, now you're at the point where, okay, no more freebies, I'm now getting paid, my content's looking really good, it deserves to be compensated for. I have to tell these people that want free things from me that I do not do that anymore. Actually, I think in the last Q&A, was it that? I don't know what video it was, but I'm gonna find it and link it. I put an example of what I would say to a brand if they emailed me and said, can we send this to you for free and you make us a video? And I put like a little thing that I would write back nicely saying, you know, I don't make content for free. This is my job. I need to pay my bills. Like I said, I am still working on this. I've gotten so much better with it, but it was a struggle in the beginning. So if you're making content and it's starting to get good and you're at the point where it should be getting paid for, that's all I gotta say. You should be compensated for it. This next lesson will require you to develop some patience. So not every client you work with is going to treat you like you're doing this as a job. Like, not that they're like being mean or anything like that, but it's just that they act like the video you are making for them, that's the only work you have on your plate, and that is it. Meanwhile, you're working with 5 Jesus Christ, girlfriend. You cannot do that. My heart went in my butthole. What was I saying? Like, they'll be contacting you now. Meanwhile, you already gave them a time frame and you already told them how long it's gonna take and they agreed to that, but they're still nagging on you. You just have to build some patience with that, because I've run into that multiple times. Can you stop, bro? Right. You sit with me. All right, special guest, because she won't shut up. Like, just like simple things. You send the script for approval, you make the video, and they're not okay with the script. Meanwhile, they approved it. And like, sometimes it's hard for them to understand how much time it can take depending on the video. Like, it's not just I put my phone in front of me and record and the video is magically done. No, there's a lot of planning. I gotta make the script, I have to record the video, and then I have to go through it and edit it. It's not just done in 1 hour, especially if they want a lot of editing. And on top of that, if I have other clients that I'm working with, like, that's why I give a time frame, because I know what work I have on my plate and I need to be able to manage that. So just like little things like that, because you never want to be mean to a client, or you never want to, like, I always want to be nice and professional. You need to develop patience and just, okay, you know what I mean? Okay, and the last thing that I want to say is everyone is going to have an opinion about what you're doing. And for some reason, they are going to feel obligated to share that opinion to you, whether it's good or bad. But you do not need to listen to them. The truth is, not everyone is going to understand and support what you're trying to do. And some people might even be a little confused on what you're trying to do and try and talk you out of it. Oh, there's no way you could do that, da-da-da-da-da. But like, you gotta block all of that out. Like, protect your energy and block all that shit out. Take that energy and put it into your videos. Be your goofy, natural, authentic self. Just do whatever you want to do. Because trust me, if you really have a passion for it, you will be able to do it, and you will somehow find a way to make it work. Like, not even kidding, I went to school for biology. I got a biology degree. Nothing to do with social media. You can imagine the opinions I heard around me when I decided that that was not where I was going. I remember starting out, I legit had one person in my life, which honestly, now that I think of it, even the one person, like, I feel lucky that I did have one person, because sometimes people don't even have one person in their life that understands their vision. And I was lucky enough to have one person in my life that understood my vision and saw what I was doing, and they were like, hell yeah, you can freaking do this. Like, you got this. And honestly, I needed that at the time, because there was so many people around me that just, like, could not understand it. I had to be okay with that. Like, I was so passionate about it, and I knew what I wanted, and that was the first time that I actually saw a vision for my life. Like, I never had something where I was like, okay, I love this, and I can see my future, like, if that makes sense. Even going to school and thinking I was going to do something with biology, I still didn't this gave me the vision, and this gave me the drive to keep going. Like, being passionate about something and working towards it gives me my drive. For sure, and I'm so glad I found it. I really just stopped caring what everyone was saying, and I was like, this is my life. Your opinions don't matter, really. I'm the one living through it, not you. You guys are watching outside, so your opinions really don't matter. If this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. I was just so passionate that I really did not care. I put my head down and I just kept working. And I still am. Like, I'm still going, grinding it out. Getting started is the hardest part. You hear it all the time, because it's true. And there's so many reasons why getting started is the hardest part. But you gotta push yourself to do it. So if you want it, put your head down, work. You got this. Okay, those are all my lessons learned for now. The more I learn, the more I'll share. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following along, and thank you for being here. Like, truly, thank you. I hope you enjoyed, you learned something. I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.